Okay, 4th grade. We're going to be doing division, but at first it gives us some problems, doesn't it? It gives us some models. And like the first one it might has this. Okay, and it's broken up into these little groups right here. All right, I don't want that color. I want it this color. Okay. So how much is each line worth? How much is each line worth? Haley? 10. How much are each of these dots worth? 1. So we have like 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And we need to make ourselves a division sentence. So what number does this, what's the number we're going to start with? I know. 45, that's right. Because you start with how many you have all together. Then how many groups did we break it into? 3 groups. And how many are in each group? Ryan P.
15.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? Now there's another way of division that we can show this. It's the way that I showed the 3rd graders right before now. We have 45 divided by 3. Okay? Now watch. Here's what you do. You're going to look at this first digit right here. And can 3 go into 4? How many times can 3 go into 4? Now I'll give you a hint. If this number is bigger than this number, it can go into it. Okay? Emily. It can only go in there 1 time. If it goes in 2 times, that's 6. That's too big for this. So 3, we can fit 1 3 inside of 4, can't we? And then watch. We multiply this number by this number. Put a little multiplication sign there. 1 times 3. What's 1 times 3 equal?
3.
3. And who knows? And look, I put it right underneath the 4. I don't put it under the 5. I don't put it in the middle. Since we were looking at this 4, I put it right underneath the 4. What do I do now? Who can tell me what I do now? Brianna.
You put a 5 right by the 3.
Not yet. I have to do something else first. Isaiah.
Multiply across.
Not quite. I have to do something else first. Martha. I subtract. Yes. Remember how we said that division is repeated subtraction? You know, you subtract something over and over and over again. So we're going to subtract. 4 minus 3. What's 4 minus 3? What's 4 minus 3? Nick. 1. Who knows what we do now? This is where it kind of gets a little trickier. I have a 1 down here. What does that mean? What do I do? What do I do? Isaiah?
You add it to the top.
Not quite. Ryan P.
You bring the 5 down.
I bring the 5 down. Okay? And it comes, oops, I don't want that color. Why didn't it switch the color when I pressed it? Boom. Okay. What is that? What number is that now?
15.
15. Now, I look to see if 3 can go into 15. How many times can 3 go into 15? Haley.
5.
Do you think it's 5? So I'm going to put my 5 right up here, and I'm going to multiply it by 3. 5 times 3 is 15. What do I do now? What do I do now? Sierra.
You add. You subtract.
I subtract, that's right. And what's 15 minus 15?
0.
0. Now, since I ran out of numbers and I have a 0, I know my answer is just going to be 15, like it was over here. Whoa, math is true. Okay, I want to show you another way, though. Another thing that they're going to do to you that might make you be a little upset. Not really, though. So let's say I have... No! Okay, let's do that. That's fine. Okay, let's say I have this right here, I have a white. There we go. Okay. Okay. So I have this group right here, this group right here, this group right here. See how if I put 1 in any of these groups, they're not going to be equal groups anymore. So it gets left on the outside. Who can tell me how many I'm starting with? How many am I starting with?
36.
No, not quite.
37.
I'm starting with 37. How many groups am I putting it into? How many groups am I putting it into?
3.
I am putting it into 3. How many are in each group?
12.
12, but guess what? I have this 1 out here. Who knows what we call that?
A remainder.
We call that a remainder. So we have 12, remainder 1. Because there's this 1 that doesn't fit into a group. Nobody liked it. Okay? It's just left out by itself. Now, it's easy to see the remainder when we draw the picture out, isn't it? Okay, it is. I'm going to show you how we do the division the other way, and I'll show you where that remainder comes in. We start with 37, right? And what are we dividing it by? 37 divided by what?
3.
By 3. Now, how many times does 3 go into 3? Kind of a gimme.
9.
No, not 3 times 3. How many times does 3 go into 3? 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3. What am I going to do here with it? What am I going to do here with it? Brianna, I am going to subtract. What's 3 minus 3 equal? What's 3 minus 3, Haley? 0. What am I going to do at this point? Isaiah.
You're gonna put the 7 on top.
Not gonna put the 7
down.
Yeah, I gotta move that 7 down. Kind of like my circus music because it's doing. Okay, now I have a 7 down here. Now I'm looking at how many times does 3 go into 7. How many times does 3 go into 7? It won't go in equally, but what's the most amount of times I can put 3 in here where it won't be bigger than 7? Nick, 2. Because if I put 3 up here, 3 times 3 is 9. 9's bigger than 7, isn't it? So then 2 times 3. What's 2 times 3 equal?
6.
What's 7 minus 6? What's 7 minus 6? Martha? 1. But guess what? Do I have any other numbers over here to bring down?
No.
I'm done. But does 3 go into 37 equally? I have this right here left over, and guess what? That becomes my remainder. 12 remainder 1. Didn't we have 1 left over? Didn't we have 1 left over? See how it's the same? Okay? So that's how we divide. That's how we get remainders. It's really easy with the pictures. If you don't draw out the pictures, you can still find the remainder just the same.